Hi everyone, welcome to Cucumber training program. In the last class, we studied about the various kinds of scenarios creation for every manual test case. That's what we have studied in the last class. In continuation with that, I would like to explain about how can we convert these scenarios into a real execution flow. That's what the next step which we need to go. Before moving further, I just want to study about the keywords. In a day before yesterday's class, we studied about the keywords. From all those things so far, we studied just about the scenarios. Now let's focus on the feature and as well as a feature file first, and then we will move further. Okay, feature and as well as a feature file. So what exactly a feature is? It's an high level business requirement. So, as for the yesterday's class, the high level business requirement is a verify login functionality. So, for that, my feature is going to be feature verify login functionality. This is what my feature is. Within a feature, we can add n number of scenarios. Like how many scenarios we want, we can add those many scenarios within the feature file. Scenario 2, scenario 3. See, each and every scenario will have a given when and then, like yesterday. So here a single feature file can contains of a multiple scenarios depending on that particular business requirement. Okay, depending on that particular business requirement, we will add a number of scenarios to a particular feature file. Ultimately, a file. So in a simple terms, what we can do means we will create a file within the project where we will give an extension as dot feature. In that file, we will write down all our scenarios which are given when and then. So we will write down the test cases. So scenarios means the test cases. Let me make a note. We will write down the test cases in a given when and as well as a then format. Like this, we are gonna create that particular information. The whole thing we can call it as a feature file. Depending on the project need, okay, depending on a project need, we will create n number of feature files within a single project where a single feature file contains multiple scenarios. Okay, a single feature file contains a multiple scenarios. That's it. This is the high level about a scenarios and as well as a feature. And moreover, the last one is a feature file. What exactly a feature file means? This one acts like a test suite which comprises of all the scenarios. So a single class which we can consider as a feature file. A single dot extension of a feature, we can call it as a feature file. Almost the feature and the feature file are comprising the similar things here. So this is an overview of this particular feature file. Great. So what I am doing means, for an instance, the last scenario I am copying. Okay, the last scenario followed by, so let me paste it here at the bottom. This is the last scenario whatever we have created. Let me copy that log scenario, and here is a simple question. See, usually guys, as I'm conveying that we are preparing automation test scripts, right, where you are using this Cucumber framework here, where in which we are creating test cases as a scenarios. Great. If your application contains 100 test cases, we are going to create 100 scenarios which were following by given, when, and a then. So usually a simple question will rise in our mind. The thing is, within a feature file, right? Within a feature file, we are creating scenarios in which we are following Gherkin syntax and writing a simple plain English format. Plain simple English format. How come those English words will perform operations? Right? This kind of a simple question usually will rise in our mind. See, in the above scenario, the given is open the Amazon.com. How it is opening the Amazon.com? Where we are writing down that particular logics, which is the most important thing, right? Where we are writing down the logics out over here, and user search a product. Where user is searching a product, as of now we are writing an information, but where is the logic implemented in Selenium for these actions? Where exactly the logic implemented for these actions? So ultimately, in order to perform this particular one, we need to create a step definitions. Okay, we need to create a step definitions. So it means, given we are considering one step, when we are considering one step, and then these individual things we are considering as a step, and the step definition means for each and every step defined in the feature file, we need to write corresponding logic which will perform the required operations on the browser using Selenium tool. Okay, using a Selenium tool. So it means we need to define that particular feature. For that particular feature step, we need to define the step definitions, which is the most important thing. Okay, a step definition logic is the most important thing. What is a step definition means? Each and every line present in a feature file, we can consider them as a steps. So we need to create a step definition class in which you need to write down the logics for each and every step defined in a feature file in Selenium programs, so that it will execute. Great. Immediately, a simple question will rise in our mind. So, we are going to create feature files in a separate folder, and we are going to create step definitions in another package basically. Then, how come they will correlate, right? How come they will correlate? The reason is basically these two are in a different places. How the correlation between the feature file and as well as a step definition will happen? A simple example here, guys. In my mobile, I'm using, okay, in my mobile, I'm using Airtel and Vodafone, two networks basically. When I clicked on call from the first SIM, okay, when I click on a call from the first SIM, Airtel is gonna be the first SIM, okay, and Vodafone, it's going to be from the in the second SIM, okay. Airtel is going to be the first SIM and Vodafone is going to be the second SIM. So when I click on a call from the first SIM, automatically it will try to establish the connection from the Airtel, as it was already configured in the backend, right? So the simple point is that action was already defined. Whenever you click on a sim 1, go to the network Airtel and connect from there. We have already established that particular relation. So the same way, using Gherkins, there was a relation established between, okay, there was a relation established between feature file and step definition. Okay, the feature file and as well as the step definition. The feature file will look for that particular step definition automatically. Okay, the feature file will look for the step definition automatically. Okay, great. This is the backend logic. So how this process is going to flow, we will continue this topic in the next class with an example. Okay, I just want to show you a small example. So if you remember guys, couple of classes before, we created a project in Eclipse, right? We created a project in an Eclipse, and we created a Maven project for which we added all the jar files and even the folder structure also, right? We added everything. So I just want to consider that as an example, and I would like to write down my test cases here. Okay, fine then. So this is the basic thing. We'll continue the topic in the next session. Thank you very much. Bye bye.